Hey!
Whoa!
What's up?
Hello.
Who knew you would be here too? We did. Welcome to our 37th episode. Why we're keeping track? I don't know. That's, of course, means that it's Thursday, February 15th, and we are live from where?
Redmond, Washington, Microsoft campus, Mixer headquarters.
HQ.
Yes.
MHQ.
Mixer headquarters. Yeah, exactly.
At any rate, welcome to the show.
Who are we?
Who are we? My name is Kate. His name is Ethan. You can see our handles below. But let's talk about what we're also about, which is FTL and interactivity. What does that mean, Eth?
FTL is our low latency. That is how you're watching us in real time. If you say something in chat, I'll respond almost immediately, and it's how we can do the voting in this show. And now, what was the other thing? Interactivity. That's how you're gonna vote. So if you look below the screen, there's a little blank area right now, but that's gonna be filled with buttons a little bit later. That's gonna help you. Yes, it's gonna help you guys vote on what you want to talk about today, because there's so much to talk about in the esports world, and we want you to choose.
It's absolutely true. Now, we have some news for you, which I'm reading now for the first time. Whoa. Seems a little bit weird, but that's okay. Now I understand. So, for those of you who are fans of the show, after 37 episodes, we'll tell you we used to be 30 minutes every week, but because of this amazing reception that we've gotten from you, we're actually going to expand our broadcast to a full hour from now on.
Did you know that?
I did. I did not know this was where it was coming in the show. That's on me.
Okay.
That's on me.
I was going to say, if nobody told you that this show was going to be an hour today.
They didn't the first time, admittedly. But anyway, I will say that we'll have trivia, more videos to highlight, more interviews with people in the scene, which I'm very excited for today specifically.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to tell you there.
Boom. So if you guys want your voice heard, be sure to select the topic you want us to talk about. Once again, those options are going to show up pretty soon. But before we get into the games, we have for you a little thing we're going to talk about this week. This is called Clip of the Week. It's a very special segment. Why don't you take it away?
Well, I'll tell you what it's about. According to the prompter, it's pretty self-explanatory. And I'll keep it at that. We take a look at the most recent videos that pop up in the esports scene, and we make sure you know about it by showcasing it on this show. It's hard for me to use words sometimes.
It's okay. That's okay.
Let's talk about this time around. We have a new behind-the-scenes series from North American esports organization Complexity Gaming. In case you don't know, this is the team recently sold a majority stake to the Dallas Cowboys, owner Jerry Jones, and investor John Goff, which adds to the list of esports teams being partnered up with real sports organizations and the mainstream reach that comes with it.
Unbelievable. Another team joining Jerry World. I can't believe it. Because they're able to provide a look into how the next...
Texas, this one.
Yeah, I am. I'm familiar with Jerry. Because they're able to provide a look into how the next generation of esports teams operates, Complexity Gaming has launched Complexity POV, which I believe stands for point of view.
I bet it does.
It's a video series showing the unique viewpoints into what's happening on their side of the field. And we've created a little teaser from the first episode for our clip of the week. So check it out to see a little taste of what this is about.
Now, Complexity POV is a behind-the-scenes episodic show where we're going to take you behind closed doors, behind the curtain, and show you how an esports team, our esports team, is operated. You're going to follow our managers, you're going to follow our players, you're going to get interviews with family members and other people that might not necessarily be in front of the camera. Our goal is to really take you behind and show you the inner workings of an esports team from a level we believe has never really been done before. Some of this is going to be raw, some of it's going to be pretty guerrilla, but we hope you follow us along for what could possibly be a quite epic journey as we move our gamers and our managers from all around the world here to Frisco, Texas. We're going to be building out a world headquarters at the Star where we will train our video gamers and maybe even have a store where you can come.
Well, if you're a video gamer, that is a series you should get into. Obviously, that series is, joking aside, Complexity POV. I only want to give you a little taste of it, so you can find it on their YouTube channel. You go to youtube.com/complexity Insider. Oh.
It's just because it's a longer sentence.
I didn't know if it was like ins or they had dealt with some sort of like domain situation.
Yeah, I get it.
Complexity Insider and be one. And that's what you will be when you watch that clip. Now, the clip we actually showed us from episode 1, but we are already up to episode 10 and counting, so that's a nice little binge-worthy YouTube explain a meter situation. So hopefully you'll get Complexity CEO and co-founder Jason Lake on the show for a future esport chat. Little esports styles Cowboys. How would you feel about that there?
I don't know. America's team. So I'm sure that's their slogan. I'm not a Cowboys fan.
I'm from here. Oh.
Yeah, even though I'm from Texas, I'm not a Cowboys fan. So I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'd like to ask them how they feel about the Texans. In any case, we're going to kick Interactive off, I believe, right now. Live voting, you should see right below the screen, a couple buttons appear with some topics about some esports. And you guys are going to get to choose what we talk about.
Sports.
Please pick one where the pros have names that are reasonable to pronounce. That would be unbelievably appreciated.
No MOBAs.
No
please,
MOBAs.
Please, fighting game community, hold off.
Oh, man.
It's okay.
There's some great options, though.
You know what? It's real good. It's great video, as they say.
Yeah.
It's absolutely.
That's true.
And then we also want to talk. Okay, I'm not sure why. There's emotes.
Yeah, exactly. So
Ethan, what are they?
If you haven't followed the channel already, please give us a follow. I believe that follower notification is right above us right now. And if you follow, you get access to, I think, 10, how many emotes we got in esports now? 10? 8? 5? 4? We have some. We have some
There's
emotes
some.
for you guys. Rukari's face and Kate's face. Who wouldn't want those?
Also, Ethan's face.
Not for you, though. Not for esports, though. You got to follow
I see
tips
it on
and
the.
tricks for that one.
You got to follow tips and tricks, which we'll get to.
Soft plug.
Soft plug. Speaking of hard plugs.
Moving on. Let's talk about Overwatch. Overwhelming choice, guys. Well done. I'm totally with you. If you don't mind.
Not at
You know
all.
how I
Please.
feel.
Absolutely.
All right. By now, you should all know what the Overwatch League is, unless you live under a rock. But in case you don't, here's the scoop. This is the global esports league for pro Overwatch teams, and they're the first league. This is the first league of this caliber to use city-based teams.
True.
It's a big deal.
Big deal.
There are 12 teams in the league, and I'm going to read them off, unfortunately.
Do it.
Boston, Dallas, Houston, Florida, London, two LA teams, because of course.
He's got this.
New York, Philly, San Francisco, Seoul, and Shanghai. These teams will play live matches from the Blizzard Arena every Wednesday through Saturday until mid-June. So
Exactly.
a long time.
Truth.
A long time, yep. Now the season is broken into 4 5-week stages, and at the end of each of the stages is a playoff where the top 3 teams in the standing go head-to-head. First place gets $100,000, and the runner-up gets $25K.
I see a Philadelphia Fusion fan over there, Silver Lexus.
Yeah, definitely rep your teams in chat. I'd love to see who's rooting for who.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So let me, if I can jump in here, let's talk about stage 1 because it's now complete along with the playoffs. It was a dash to the finish to see which teams would make it to that top 3. Now, New York Excelsior, London Spitfire were projected to likely make it, and many suspected, myself included, that Seoul would too, based out of their strong season start. But of course, Seoul couldn't hold on to their lead, sadly, and dropped back, allowing the Houston Outlaws, owned by, of course, Optic Gaming the Green Wall, to earn their way in. Now, the first match, London v. Houston. Considering Houston had earned their way up to the playoffs, when they won the first game of the match, it looked like they may have had a shot at taking the win, but London answered cheerio without letting Houston score another point. Yep, I did it, and I don't even care.
I was more upset that Houston lost.
I know, it's rough.
Now, London then moved on to the Battle of New York in the second and final match of Stage 1. These two teams have spent most of the season at the top of the standings, but New York has always been just a bit better. So to nobody's surprise, they started the match out by winning the first 2 games. But then something interesting happened, Kate.
Bring it on.
Something very interesting.
I think I know, but continue.
London came back to take Game 3, and then Game 4. It came down to the final game in this battle of the best, and boy, what a doozy. And I do not use that word lightly. London came out in a blaze of glory to take the game 2-1, winning the match as well as the title of Stage 1 champs.
I like the
Congrats to
cadence.
them.
I will say I like the cadence of having every few weeks a champion.
Yeah, it's nice.
So New York Excelsior, their 9-1 record, still earned them first place in the standings. And as for the rest of the standings, Houston's now in second place. I cannot speak today or any Thursday. London's in third, LA Valiant in fourth, and Seoul's right behind in numero 5.
You're right. Cinco is 5.
I was thinking about that too. If I had gotten that right, I just said go with it.
Yeah.
Just confidence. Throw confidence at it.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll work.
Now, Stage 2 of the league picks up on Wednesday, February 21st, with games taking place at 7 p.m., 9 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Games continue Thursday at 5, 7, and 9 p.m. Eastern. On Friday, games happen at 7, 9, and 11 Eastern. So they're really trying not to confuse you.
Just think of it as Eastern and then add -3.
-3, yeah. Now, finally, Saturday games are 2, 4, and 6 p.m. Eastern.
So now remember, Stage 2 will be played on an updated patch, meaning the Mercy and Junkrat changes will now go into effect for league teams, which, by the way, is a part of esports that I don't think traditional fans, traditional sports fans give enough credit, which is that, guess what? The meta could change halfway through the season, and you got to be ready.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
true.
Mercy players.
That is
now,
true.
to catch the Overwatch action live, check the schedule or watch the VODs. Tune in at overwatchleague.com or head to Twitch or MLG.tv. And, of course, be sure to follow them at Overwatch League on Twitter for up-to-the-minute news. Thank goodness we're plugging them and giving them some free airtime because they totally need it.
Yeah.
They don't need it.
They don't need it at all.
Need it.
They don't
but
need
you
it
know
at all.
what? It is awesome, well-curated content.
I see a couple of Houstons in chat. That's what I'm rooting for. So shout out to you guys in there. I saw one Philly. So it's good to see the breadth of fans out there.
Yeah, the
and
width and breadth.
Yeah, nice. And I see a lot of people they chose cities, but I don't see a lot of people from those cities just rooting for those teams. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's
well,
interesting.
and you know what? Quite frankly, I really want one out of Seattle. So I have actually
even.
not purchased. I was gonna do. I mean, Soul Dynasty obviously was a topic for me even just like 2 weeks ago.
The skin alone.
The skin. I mean,
The skins alone. Let's be honest.
tell you what.
Yeah.
But I think London Spitfire for right now has my heart.
Yeah, they're doing well.
Followed very closely by San Francisco Shock.
Yeah, they're doing well.
They are doing well, and San Francisco does some stuff. Okay, let's talk about what we're going to talk about next, which is drumroll, please.
Oh, the votes are just coming up, so we have some time.
They're just coming out. Here we go.
Now I'm gonna vote for one. I'm not gonna tell you what.
Oh, okay.
Not like the stakes are hot.
I
like-
knew exactly what it was, and I'm going to help you out.
Thank you.
Yeah,
did know.
I do. So we got, of course, the Halos, the Forza Motorsport, which has some big news today or yesterday, and then, of course, League of Legends,
Yep.
a small mom-and-pop gaming organization from Riot.
Yeah. That's
And
the one
then
that they want if they want to see us screw up the teleprompter.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
MOBAs are the best.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Siege, of course, coming in hot, looks like. Oh, guess who gets to talk about his fave? Woo!
That's
You guys love Ethan, and he's gonna take this one.
Here we
as I
go,
sip
guys.
My drink.
Here we go. All right. We gave you a big old introduction to Rainbow Six Siege last week. So if you want the full rundown, be sure to check out last week's VOD. It was
Absolutely.
good. Yeah, there was
It
a
was.
big segment about it.
Huge. Gave some really interesting information for those who.
I would say so. Yeah, I think it was super helpful. Now we're through the group stage at this point, with a FaZe Clan defending a 4-0 record, and Penta, Rogue, and Black Dragons all moving through to the quarterfinals at 4 wins and 1 loss each. From today's matches, Evil Geniuses took one up Esports 2-1, Mindfree beat Liquid 2-1, and we should hear about the last two matches shortly. Yeah, what's going on?
I think Mindfreak's out of Aussie land, right? Australia?
I'm not sure.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
Could be wrong about that, but continue on with your situation.
Oh, thank you.
And done.
Now, the 3 days of live offline play start tomorrow with a pot of $500,000 up for grab. $500,000. What am I doing at this desk every time I read
don't
that? And this is it's going to happen in an expansive arena in Montreal. The best place to watch starting tomorrow is mixer.com/rainbow6, and that's the number 6, not the word. With an opening
Very
ceremony
important.
it is important.
It is important.
Yeah. The opening ceremony starts at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and the quarterfinals start at 10. In addition to competing to the competition, Ubisoft will be holding 4 developer and balance panels. And in addition to that, to the Chimera and Outbreak event reveals. Oh my God, there's so much going on. There's so much. There's also a free weekend this weekend. by the
Ooh,
way.
that's
so if
right.
you're looking to play, you should definitely jump on that this weekend.
There it is.
If the intense Hero Squad action piques your interest, try Rainbow Six for free this weekend.
Ding! That's, of course, Xbox, PC, and PS4.
Yes.
Literally anything you
Literally
have
whatever you want.
outside of maybe a mobile phone. Which,
Yeah.
why would you play Rainbow Six on a mobile phone?
I don't know. I think you do poorly.
Yeah.
Like horribly. I don't even.
I don't know if you would,
Yeah.
like...
Stream it? That'd be terrible.
That would be terrible. You know what's not terrible? Whatever we're about to talk about next. Blah, yeah, blah, blah. Poor Ethan.
We have
that was
trivia right
almost
now?
a spit take, by the way. Yeah, we do have trivia, apparently.
Ooh, boom.
Because you know what? One of the best parts about being a mixer person, place, and thing is that you get to have interactivity. So let's talk about it, and let's see which one of you can do it. Which team won the Year 2 Season 3 Pro League Finals?
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
50-50. I can tell you guys are taking complete shots in the dark.
I'm assuming, by the way, that this is Rainbow Six Pro League Finals. So,
That is correct. The trivia questions reflect the segments that we do.
well, see, now that is good context. And I appreciate it very much. Now, how are we doing? Remember, you also get to be on our leaderboards. So whomever picks whatever they pick, if they're right, and it looks like nobody has any faith in Penta.
Yeah.
Just none.
Poor guys.
So let's take a look. Do-do-do-do. This
who's
is
the winner?
now just us sitting here. Oh, we'll figure out the winner anyway at some point.
there it goes.
Well, that's right. So it'll be somebody will. I actually don't know how this works right now. Migrating
Scott-
Python. Well done on the name. Just for the record, I just saw it, and I hate snakes, so Piqued interest.
The next votes are up, by the way, guys. What was the correct answer, Scott? Or we do those at the end? Ents Esports. Wait. Okay. What was the percentage on that? I totally missed that.
I don't know.
At least someone
but there was
voted on it.
there was a pretty good. Listen, there was a pretty good spread there. People were unsure, but what everybody was sure about was it wasn't Penta.
That's exactly right.
So there's that.
I feel like everyone took a shot in the dark, except for
did.
the one guy that was like, I know the answer.
That was
so congrats.
That was remarkably Ethan-like.
Thank you very much.
Anytime. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do one more.
What'd you pick? It
I
didn't win.
actually picked Forza because I know there's news there.
There is news, yeah.
But we'll talk about that in a minute.
We
Let's
will.
talk about Halo first, though, shall
All right,
we?
why don't you kick things off?
I will. As you are likely aware, the Halo World Championships kicked off last month, and as promised, we are here each and every week to keep you on top of what's going on in the tourney, as well as a look ahead. Now, for the uninitiated, Halo World Championships is 343 Industries' capstone tournament of the year. Thank you, Miss Bonnie Ross. Where anyone in the world can compete with 3 of their friends in Halo 5 Guardians and vie for enough points to eventually make it to the grand finals in where else? Seattle, Washington. And their share of a cool $1 million prize pool. Wow, you got serious there. I didn't know what to do.
Take my glasses off. Mother of God. $1 million.
$1 million? They're not worth nothing.
They're not worth nothing. Now, tomorrow is the start of their first event, the Halo World Championship Orlando Global Open. The event kicks off at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, over on Mixer.com/Halo. Now, for the main broadcast, that is on Halo. Now, Mixer.com/HCS, that's going to have the secondary stream. I got to make sure we clarified that well.
That's
so
good
once
to
again,
clarify.
Mixer.com/Halo for the main broadcast, Mixer.com/HCS for the secondary stream. Now, even though players are gearing up for the tournament right this very second, there were a few ladder matches and online tournaments occurring this past weekend. So let's take a look at how that went down.
Absolutely. Now, first, we got some congratulations to offer to the teams who came out on top of their respective. I just want to make sure we didn't have to actually start a video there. Nope.
No.
Good. All good. So never mind. Pretend I didn't say what I said. So let's start this again. First, we have some congratulations to offer to the teams who came out on top of their respective regions 2K series last weekend. That would be Infused, Usual Suspects, RIP, Optic Gaming, and Mind Freak. Huge congrats and well done to those teams, GG.
Do you think Chris Angel plays on the Mind Freak team?
I wish
Do you think
that
anyone
were
gets it?
his. Maybe it's like their
Thanks.
it's their what do you call that mascot?
Oh, yeah, it's Chris Angel?
It's Chris Angel. Come on, or is it?
There's got to be half the people in the audience that are watching right now. They're like, who the hell is Chris Angel?
Just bing it.
All right, just bing it. Now, next, let's take a look at the North American ladder standings as of this morning. There are the top 10 teams in the North American region as determined by Halo Pro Points totals. Remember, it'll be important to keep an eye on these standings going forward, as most of the strongest teams have historically come from the North American region.
Yep.
It is also important to remember that anyone, including you, can fight to take down any of the teams in the region or or the other force. So get to playing on GameBattles.com. Seriously. And maybe we'll be giving you a shout out in the future. $1 million, guys.
$1 million. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's
Why
a
not?
deal. So be sure to head over to halo.gg to look at the event hubs for each of the cities located in the HWSC 2018. Get all those possible informations figured out in the tournament you want to turn into the broadcast. There's no signal. We are up. There you are.
There we go. Boom.
Keeping you guys informed. You're back. Anyway,
Nice.
halo.gg.
Halo.gg, you guys.
So that's what you need to know. But of course, tune in for the broadcast this weekend, which is starting tomorrow because weekend starts on Friday.
Correct.
Or if you're me, I've been checked out for days. That's where we're at now.
It's clearly obvious, Kate.
It's fine. You all knew it.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine. You don't even know.
All right, what do we have to talk about next?
I don't know.
Another vote, Connecting Interactive. Here we go, guys.
Jay Hurd MM07 talks about Tom Petty, which... Oh, Tom Petty is better than Halo? Come on, guys.
Well, that's not fair.
I mean, we're apples and oranges here if one of the oranges was no longer alive.
Yeah.
You know,
Pay our
R.I.P.
respects.
Tom Petty.
R.I.P. Tom Petty. Moving on.
Welcome to the show.
Please, for the love of God, moving on.
Please. Let's see. What are we going to... I'm going to say... okay, I said
I voted
it.
Forza.
I did too.
For you.
Looks like we made it.
Nice. Super Smash is probably going to take it. 8
Yeah, it
seconds
probably
left,
is.
guys. That's another fun one to talk about,
Yeah.
though. There's a lot
Listen,
going
fighting
on.
in community. Oh, we do. We get to talk Smash Bros.
Yeah, we do.
You want to start us off there?
I suppose. Let me
Ethan,
just get ready. Let me just,
Just
find
breathe
my,
in and out.
Find
Find
my
your
moment.
zen place. Oh my God, Lennox is watching. Thank you, Lennox.
Thank you, God, Lennox. Now, let's talk about Super Smash Bros., you guys. The premier West Coast gaming tournament, Genesis 5, has ended in fantastic fashion. This year in Oakland, California, roughly 2,000 players attended Genesis to witness and compete in the highest tier of competitive gameplay. Although Genesis has always been a host to a large variety of fighting games, the big events are all about Super Smash Bros. 64, Melee, and Wii U. Boom, boom, boom.
It's true. Now, starting out with the original Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 64, had a great turnout of top talent. We saw last year's champion Alvin from Peru face off. Peru? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
That's how
country.
you pronounce Peru.
I don't know if it was like Peru,
Oh,
the
well,
gaming syndicate
in
franchise.
in esports, you can never know.
Apologize
Yeah.
there, guys. Anyway, Alvin, he's from Peru, and he faced off against Panda Global's Super Boom fan from Canada. That's how you also say it, by the way.
Yeah.
And the rematch was, of course, brutal. Boom struck Alvin with a clean 3-0 sweep in the winner's final, but these two would meet again after Boom clutched a narrow victory versus Japan's Fukuro to earn his spot in the grand final. Alvin reset the bracket with a swift 3-0, but Boom, he did not surrender. He stuck to his guns as Captain Falcon against the Peruvian Pikachu and made a complete turnaround, taking the second set of the grand final 3-1. Boom had a second place curse since Genesis 3 in 2016, losing to Wario and Alvin. So this was a long overdue victory. Listen, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Not for this guy.
No, not at all.
This time.
I would hate to lose to Wario, too, to be honest. But let's talk Melee. Let's talk a little Melee. Alliance's Armada from Sweden was poised to win his 4th Genesis in a row this year, but this time the Godslayers were in full form. Also belonging to Team Panda Global Plup, if I'm pronouncing that right, the 24-year-old Sheik and Fox player from Florida was able to take out Mango, Hungrybox, and Armada. Now, if you don't know who those players are, that's the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st ranked players in the world. And now, in his run to the winner's side of the grand final, he crushed all 3 of them. Hungrybox repeated the pattern of 64, taking the first set of the grand final 3-0, followed by Plup clutching the victory in set 2, game 5. Not only is this the first time we haven't seen a Mango v Armada grand final, but this is also the first time someone outside of the 5 gods was able to take out the top 3 and win a major tournament of this size. I imagine that calling them gods probably made it go to their heads.
Well,
I'm no analyst.
I feel like you're onto something there.
Yeah.
He says with the glasses.
No, I'm not really sure.
Exactly.
Anyway, yeah. Now, with the justice being served left and right, this Genesis had more viewers, upsets, and hype than ever before, and will truly be one to remember forever. For brackets, info, and VODs, check out smash.gg/G5. To learn more about Smash Bros., head over to supersmashbros.org. .org.
Nice. Interesting.
Yeah.
What kind of a 503 are you? Whatever, it's fine. Oh my gosh, there's something in my eye, and it's live, so that's why I'm getting it.
Kate, get it. Oh my
I'm
God.
getting it. God,
I was worried.
Ethan, I can't even.
I was terrified.
It's, we like to keep things going around here. So there you go.
Voting's back up, guys. You have Gears, Vid Highlight, Forza still up there, League of Legends, or World of
So
Warcraft.
say, who saw World of Warcraft coming into the esports scene?
I didn't.
I'm just saying.
As someone who's not a fan of their PvP, I didn't.
Well, see, things happen. I get it. I get it. I know, but
We'll see. Interested to see what Forza has to share this week. There's a lot going on in that world.
It is. And, racing games traditionally not the biggest esports, but it's really nice to see a franchise going all out for it. And I'll tell you why in 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go to the videotape.
Boom!
Now, all of your Forza Motorsports fans out there, rejoice! The Forza Motorsport Racing Championship returns this year, featuring the world's best racers, competing for more than 250,000 bones in prizes in the Forza Motorsport 7 esports scene. Now, it all begins in March when Turn 10 Studios kicks it off with a preseason invitational held in where else? Seattle, Washingtonia. The invitational will feature some of the world's best Forza drivers and teams competing in exhilarating races to set the stage for the season to come. More information like who will be competing, cars, tracks, etc. will be announced closer to the date of the invitational. That date, March 24th.
Nice. Now, after everyone's engines are good and revved, the season proper will begin on April 2nd. The season is split into 2 series, each comprised of 7 weeks of ranked events and culminating in a live playoff event with a prize pool of $75,000. After the 2 series have concluded, the top 24 drivers will advance to the Forza Racing World Championship in October, competing for a chance at a $100,000 prize pool and the title.
It's not bad.
It's pretty dope.
It's actually very, very dope.
Yeah.
Now, if you think you've got what it takes to go rubber to the pavement with the best of the best, registration is open Meow. That's cat for now. For the 2018 season, earn points and advance through the ranks of your Forza RC, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be taking the lion's share of the $250K. Of course, if you'd rather chill and watch the action, which as a professional spectator, like myself, Forza Motorsport 7 will be updating to give viewers new spectate and grid features.
All right. For more information on Forza RC or to view more details, calendar events, and such, visit ForzaRacingChampionship.com. And don't forget to watch all the rubber burning action starting March 24th on Mixer.com/Forza Motorsport.
Mark it on your cows, kids.
Boom.
I will say that it's, oh, hey, we got another trivia. We are being told hot off the presses.
Yeah.
This is where my earpiece is.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. I'm being told we do have trivia. Trivia is all on the screen. How much money is on the line for? Okay.
Oh, see, this is one that's like you just heard it, and so you could see who really was tuning out. I could already see that Malik
Which
probably
one
got
is
it
it?
wrong.
I'm just kidding. Oh, good
right.
times. I'll go there.
I'm gonna vote.
Just
Okay,
do
thank
it.
you guys.
I see there's a lot of Malik happening in this chat here. And apparently,
lot of Malik.
I was gonna say Snickerdoodle and Malik are having quite the back and forth there.
guys
Is
can
this
take it
something
out.
that
Yeah.
usually happens
No,
there, Ethan?
I mean,
in
yeah.
the Tips and
Halfway
Tricks
through
show?
tips and tricks, he's just typing. I don't even know if he's even talking at that point. Okay.
He won't
guys
go
got-
away, Kate. He won't. Sorry, Snickerdoodle.
Thank you. Thank
and
you,
he's right
Scott.
here too.
The answer. I got it.
We know
Scott.
it's Scott.
The answer
we
to the
actually
trivia
read
question.
it, if that helps.
The answer to the trivia question is D. You guys got it right. You just heard it though, so not a big deal. But I'm anxious to see how well you do in the next few trivia questions.
Ooh.
I'm not being mean at all. I'm just.
That was a tease, though. That was a teaser for. That's what they say. Teases.
a tease.
Much like how I've been
Teases.
teasing my hair throughout this entire thing, because
Is that what that means when you like
or
muff it?
zhuzh.
Boom.
Or zhuzhing.
Zhuzh it.
Oh, let's talk about what we're going to talk about next. I see Smite. There we are. Okay, Smite. Gears vid highlight numero uno. Gotta love Gears 4.
These are all coming close. These are all coming.
Well, I
very
know.
close.
I know. Oh my God. My heart is with Gears as per usual.
Yeah. You're a big fan.
Yeah.
Do you still? Are you? What are you? checking?
Sorry, Larry just texted me and it came on my thing. So
Ugh.
I'm sure he would appreciate me saying his
my
name out
gosh,
loud
yeah.
on this very large and important.
Larry Herb.
Herb, that's right. Like a fine herb.
Larry.
He's best with.
What are you trying to say?
I was gonna say butter, but that's gonna sound weird. Anyway,
I get it.
let's talk about video highlights, specifically the segment where we get to showcase stories within the esports scene that we think you need. NEED in all caps to
Yes.
watch. For this video, we have a player profile from the Gears Pro Circuit Mexico City event about player Ryan Fools, one of the elder statesmen. Huzzah.
Welcome to the Gears of War Pro Circuit Tournament here in Mexico City.
I'm very excited to be back in Mexico. This place is beautiful.
It's the great environment, a lot of great fans.
It's an energy that we don't get anywhere else.
I love the food, I love the people, I love the atmosphere, everything.
It's time to get the bloodbath started.
Sniper in the hands of Toy, but I would rather have the boom shot. Oh my God! Toy just going off. He got 3
Oh my
headshots,
God!
and there's a second one.
Toy Soldier shutting it down there. There's a third kill. You have Toy Soldier sitting at bull.
Oh
and
my
Toy
God!
Soldier continues to go on a rampage. I cannot say any more about this performance from Toy Soldier.
United match point. It's been 14 rounds so far. They've won 13 of them.
Mello is popping off right now with 27 kills and 9 down, and World Best is going to 7-2 Era Eternity.
I think we're going to have some real competition coming from the open bracket. We do have Motivate. They're a pretty strong team as far as the rest of the teams go. I mean, we got some killers in there. Forsaken's in there. They're coming out. We have E4 coming up next. Impact Gaming coming out of the open bracket into pools.
Everyone knows that you want to win in Mexico. You want the trophy here just because you want to hear that crowd scream your name.
Motivate with the lead. Can Ghost Gaming, can they touch a hill in time? I don't think they're going to be able to do so, but no. Oh, they get the neutral at 209. Are you serious? Ghost Gaming steal around right underneath Motivate's nose.
After he got taken out.
Oh my God!
Crash, just a huge double kill right there.
E United just blitzed through Ronan.
Hydrone is playing out of his mind right now. Hydron isn't done yet. He gets the triple. He's not done yet. He is not done yet. Hydron, you are the greatest. Wow, what a performance from Fable Esports. They win that 7-2 on Optic's Choice Dam.
Optic Gaming have never been in this position in a winner's round 1 match ever.
They're going to cap their home hill. They went off one hill.
They do.
So at this point, oh
no.
Collateral!
A collateral double headshot with the M-bar comes in from Explosive.
Is this game personal?
I mean, it's always going to be personal when I go against these guys.
3 members dead up, 4 members dead up. Echo
You gotta go big, Toy!
He's gonna get the
He's gonna fall! And Ghost Gaming takes down Echo Fox 2-0, and this crowd erupts.
Grown in the heart of Latin America, this whole city is on their side.
Trip Cup domination coming through. Vanquish, this could be your day. Vanquish, knock out Ronan, send them packing.
It feels good to be back in Mexico, where we lost last season. It's an opportunity for us to redeem ourselves from the last time we were here.
Echo Fox 0-3 in round 13 in this tournament. Fable on the cusp of creating history for Europe.
3 for Fable, 1 more coming in. It's gonna be 5 down.
Echo Fox falls! Echo Fox taken out by Fable!
And Rezik is gonna get rewarded for his
Oh,
what was that? What did we just see?
Rezik, you are an absolute animal.
E United knocks out Fable Esports. That point for Ghost Gaming. Mental's gonna go down as well. No one else from Optic still there. And Ghost Gaming give us a winner's bracket final.
We got a game on our hands, folks.
Oh boy, we in for a hell of a map 3, boys. I'm excited.
Ghost chance, ghost. Oh my God.
Optic Gaming booked their ticket into yet another grand final on the Gears Pro circuit.
E United against Ghost Gaming. 6-6, round 13 is gonna go to Ghost Gaming, and they are gonna advance to our grand finals with a rematch against Optic Gaming.
Everyone's on their feet. The crowd has erupted as Ghost Gaming, the fan favorite, advanced to a championship final for the very first time. Congratulations to Ghost.
Ghosts need to do the unthinkable. They need to beat Optic Gaming not just once, but twice. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seats, get your popcorn ready, because Ghost Gaming just forced a round 13. Rushy and Speedy, they have to fly. They have to hit that home hill. Oh, this is brave. This is so unbelievably brave. This is basically for the game. For the game right here. He wins it. Will he break the hill in time? Oh,
He planted a nade just in case he lost the 1v1.
Bro, that's redemption for the Green Wall as they stay undefeated in Season 2. Unbelievable from Summons.
And ladies and gentlemen, Optic Gaming are your Mexico City champions.
Okay, so hello,
update.
Ethan. Little update. That last video was actually miscommunication on our end. Also, there's a piece of hair that's just kind of going rogue over here.
There's one piece of hair that's going rogue.
That's a fair point. At any rate, what we just saw actually was a fantastically edited recap of the entire event. We will at some point show you the feature on Ryan Fools. That's his gamer tag, his actual last name, but it's a good gamer tag. So more importantly, let's transition into a thing I've been looking forward to, and I know you have too, Ethan, which is today's IRL Esports segment. We lovingly dub this IRL Esports. Now, one of the goals of the show is to feature different personalities in the esports scene, and this time we've got someone who might be the person most in the know in esports.
Yes, nice.
I know it'll probably make him blush because I don't care. Anyway, huge welcome to ESPN esports writer Jacob Wolf to the program. Welcome, Jacob.
Yes,
Thank
Jacob.
you for having me.
Huzzah! I asked for a star wipe and I only got a thing, but that's okay.
Disappointing.
Okay, sorry. We'll do that next time, Jacob. My apologies. Profound apologies.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. Seriously appreciate it. And really excited to chat.
I know, man. I will. So here's first question. For those who don't know you, tell us who you are, why you're contextually important to the esports scene, and you don't have to think that, but I do. So there you go.
Okay, so yeah, I'm a reporter at ESPN who reports on primarily esports. I've been at ESPN for 2 years. Before that, I was at Dot Esports, formerly the Daily Dot. So I currently live in Hartford, Connecticut. I travel a significant amount. I talk to a lot of people in esports. I guess the proper sports term would be an insider. So I talk to ownership, players, league people, all over the place. So I primarily focus, I would say, right now on League of Legends and Overwatch.
Gotcha. And I will say from my own perspective, I think in a very respectful way, muckraker, and I love you for it. It's awesome.
Take it easy.
Shut up. It's fine. I'm fangirling. I don't care. Actually, you mentioned Overwatch League, of course, and that's top of mind for a variety of reasons. Obviously, just wrapped stage 1 of the tournament, though there are 4 stages, plus playoffs, plus grand finals, and an all-star weekend to come. We're already on the speculation on what will be happening in the league for season 2. And since you obviously just recently, literally moments ago, or I guess it would be a day ago, 2 days ago, broke the story on the potential buy-in. We're talking $35 to $60 million. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that would mean for potential owners looking to get into the league? Any pitfalls that might come with that high of an asking price?
Yeah,
just give us your understanding of what's about to happen here.
So I think for American investors, it's a pretty easy buy. I mean, many of them have billions of dollars that they're willing to spend at their disposal. Some of them run funds that buy these things. So it's not only just their money, it's other people's money that are invested with them. So I think for American investors, it's not a huge deal considering the Overwatch League is ahead of revenue schedule, which was another thing that I wrote in that column. Yeah. I think for European and Asian investors, it's a much harder sell because they invest very differently than American investors and they require a lot more proof of. And really, just generally, they tend to be harder to sell on these types of things. Franchising is not as big of a deal in Europe and in China and Korea as it is here domestically in the U.S. So it's a very different outlook. And so I think American investors, they'll have several people who are lined up to be a part of the league. But in terms of international, I think there will be a little bit of a struggle.
That's tough.
And that's going to be coming up soon here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, weren't they on their, what was that little tour? I had seen an earlier
roadshow. Yeah,
roadshow. That's the word, roadshow. So you're anticipating some moves happening here or some announcements here, and not terribly long, correct?
Well, so the roadshows last year also started in February and March. If I believe right, it started at Sloan Sports and Analytics Conference, which will happen next week in Boston at MIT. And the first person that they got to buy in this last year was Robert Kraft and the New England Patriots. And so they will again go on the show where Nate Nansers previously told me, I think he was gold on Delta and platinum on American, I believe, or platinum on United. He said that he just had a ton of, I interviewed him, he told me he had a ton of airline miles from all of this traveling. So they will be doing that again. They'll be bringing people out to come see the Overwatch League in person in Los Angeles at their nice, fancy new studio. And they will, so the roadshow will begin. And I don't know how forthcoming announcements will be around that time. I think that it will take a little bit to get through all the agreements like it did last time. But I suspect we'll start hearing of verbal agreements of participation in the league within the next month or two.
Sure. So there is actually a great question in chat I just want to jump on is if worst comes to pass and they can't find investors outside, do you think that the North America could support the Overwatch League on its own?
Very much could see that North American investors buy spots internationally and then run those teams the same way the London Spitfire and the Seoul Dynasty are done, which are both American-based companies. I anticipate that for some of them. I think that even some of the other people I mentioned in that column, like Shad Khan of the Jaguars, who has previously said he's interested in esports, if he's at the table for Overwatch League and he does want to do that, don't expect him to be buying it in Jacksonville because there's already a Florida team that has almost all the Florida region, so including Jacksonville. So I don't anticipate him to to be there if that's where he buys. I would anticipate American investors to be bought in Europe and Asia as well.
That's super interesting because like I'll be interested in the next year to see how many international teams are actually owned internationally. Like it's going to be a crazy.
I'm also
ratio.
going to be. I was going to say one of the things so obviously you and Rachel over at ESPN do co-host a podcast every week, and you guys had it's really interesting to hear your take on some of this stuff, especially who you see in those VIP boxes over at the Blizzard Arena, and see what it is that they're talking about, and that kind of insider intrigue. So I'm excited to hear more about that and how that roadshow ends up going. But speaking of Overwatch, I'm still on it. I don't know. The segue was not great to begin with, and I'll cop to that. But let's talk about roster shuffles. We've already seen some high-level moves being announced. And of course, they can't start playing until February 21st. Is that correct, Jacob?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah. Correct. So who are the players that we should be looking out for? And at the same time, who are those teams that are going to come out on top because of these new signings? Obviously, Gregory is my favorite for various reasons.
Yeah, sure.
But my curiosity is, who are you looking at? Who are your standouts? Who are you excited to see join what team and how?
Very excited to see Rascal and Fisher and their moves to the Los Angeles Gladiators and the Dallas Fuel, respectively. I think that Dallas has a lot of issues that are underlying in their team. I think that Rascal is a much better DPS than most of their roster. They're also adding AKM. So Dallas gets 2 DPS upgrades and potentially moves around some other pieces to play flex on certain other tank roles. So, yeah, I think Dallas should look better in Stage 2. I actually think that, like the teams that I think that New York is making one change, if I remember right, and London's not making any besides getting rid of players, and I still expect both of those to be some of the best teams in the league. So yeah, I think some of the teams, if you look at like the Florida Mayhem and the Shanghai Dragons, which obviously made a lot of changes respectively, can't get any worse. So we might as well try something different, right?
Fair point.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I guess I get that. I also think
they're gonna try to get three Korean players to learn Mandarin, and that does not sound like an easy
thing
to do. Yeah.
That's tough. Well, you see it in any sport that like you need time to get with your team and play together and like learn from each other, and that language barrier is going to be something that's going to affect them because that league it's kicking off fast. It's not like they have a year, to practice.
I know.
Yeah, I'll take this one.
You go for it.
So I'm very curious as a guy who works across the esports scene covering multiple games and leagues. What has been the biggest challenge for you reporting on multiple disciplines? And conversely, what are some opportunities the scene has in terms of carving out more fans potentially for more traditional sports?
Yeah, this is more of an overarching question there, Jacob, in terms of esports all up.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is the biggest challenge I incur is setting priority, and there's so many games to cover. I often say that covering one esport is like covering a traditional sport. So I would look at myself as covering football and basketball if we were making comparisons right now. And that means I don't get to cover baseball and soccer. And I love a lot of the other games I don't get to report on, like Counter-Strike Global Offensive is a big passion of mine that I don't get to touch nearly as much. And that's just from a time perspective, I guess. There's only one of me. So, yeah, I think that there's an opportunity there for other people in journalism and specifically in esports journalism to report on those topics and report on other games because they certainly do need people that do investigative journalism and breaking news and stuff like that. The industry is in a very odd position right now when it comes to media. So, and then also in terms of traditional sports, I think that the biggest thing that I've encountered is it's much less about the game and it's much more about the people. And I've heard that from a lot of other people like TBS and others that broadcast to the television. It's less about them playing Counter-Strike as much as it is about the people that they are. Because just like athletes, they have these very incredible and niche stories that whether it be the case of one of the players on Quantum Bellator Fire at the CSGO major, he had to play in an internet cafe for like a week for them to qualify for the tournament. And basically sleep out of the internet. Yeah, exactly. So like those types of stories I think resonate with people who don't quite understand esports as much, but can understand the human aspect of it.
It's a really good point.
Exactly. And that's one thing that, to your point, all sports share. But let me ask this, speaking of a guy who is very indoctrinated in the stories, who knows the things, who knows the people, the places, it's not hard to see that your bylines, often breaking news, essential to esports fans like myself and, of course, players alike. Will we ever see a Jacob Wolf, My Life in the Top Lane, an esports tell-all from the journalist that knows all books someday?
Ooh, a book?
I've been very interested in writing a book in the future. I don't think I'm at that point yet, and I don't think I will be for several years. I do have an agent, and he does know literary agents, so that opportunity, I think, was there one day. It's definitely a goal. I think that the next step for me is writing more long-form investigative stuff, which hopefully you'll see more of soon.
Ooh,
That was a nice. I feel like we should have had. I was going to say, Jacob. I feel like we should have had a ding when you did that in your hello. Excellent. Well, that is fantastic. Speaking of coming soon, where can people find you and your work? Where can we keep tabs on all that is Jacob Wolf?
Yeah, so my Twitter is @JacobInWolf, and then you can find all my bylines on www.espn.com/esports.
Very
Cool,
nice.
man. Well,
Jacob.
yeah, we'll be very excited for
Yeah,
those.
thank you. It was a genuine pleasure, man. Really appreciate you coming on and talking with us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you enjoy that
appreciate
awesome
it. Thank
sun
you.
and taco scene.
Oh, I'm jealous. So jealous. Take good care. God, all I want queso.
Thanks,
That's
Jacob.
all I want queso. It's all I want queso. All I want is. Oh my God.
I don't care. It's fine.
So
We're those people, and I
done
don't.
all day.
Cheesiest thing.
Boom.
Oh.
We are off the rails. Lennox isn't here today.
I was gonna say, Jacob and his professionalism got nothing on our dad jokes. Here we go. It's true. What do you?
If there was an esports for dad jokes, we'd be winning that prize.
We
pot.
both would be winning that prize pool. Who would pay us for that? You
Nobody.
decide.
Fantastic.
Anyway, let's talk about. Speaking of you deciding, let's get ourselves a topic to showcase and talk about.
Yep. Yeah. Be very careful which one you choose, guys. We're running low on time today, and obviously we have more.
So you know what? Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Follow Jacob.
Boom.
I'm a fan of a lot of different esports journalists, and my thing came out, and I don't care.
That's okay.
But Jacob Wolf, that guy,
good.
he's some
really
good stuff.
well spoken, really bright guy.
Yeah, very young.
I decide I am the captain.
I am the captain
It
now.
looks like Smite has won for our maybe our final segment. We might have room for another
I don't
one or
know.
two. We'll see what happens.
Who
See how
knows?
slow you can read this.
Who knows what happens to us?
All right, I'm gonna start this one.
He's
if
a
that's
good call.
okay.
It's a real good call.
Now, HRX wrapped up early January in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hotlanta, Georgia.
Excuse me. This is where players celebrating all things high-res, from the esports team to the cosplayers and all community things in between. HRX is also home to the World Championship of high-res games, one of which being the Smite World Championships.
I've heard of it.
That's just one of them. Now, a lot to cover here, so let's dig right in. The battles raged on all of HRX. The real matches started day 3 with the semifinals. The semifinals were the best of 5. First match was a team rival against NRG Esports. This is a big match for NRG Esports. I don't know why, but I liked it.
Yeah, NRG.
This is a big match because it would secure
Shaq owns
themselves.
some of this.
What?
Sorry, not to
You're
interrupt,
fine.
but
You
I
just
did
throw
it.
me off
I'm
completely.
that's fair, but I'm just going to tell you that Shaq is one of the owners of NRG Esports.
Really?
True
Like
story.
the Shaquille?
The Shaquille
Jeff
O'Neal.
O'Neal?
Is his middle name Jeff?
It's not.
It
but-
is now.
Yeah. That's it should be. It should be. I actually didn't know that. That's really cool.
Fun facts.
Anyway, once again, this was a big match for that team as it would secure themselves in the finals and on the path to a 3rd straight World Championship victory. Starting this best of 5, Team Rival quickly took the first 2 wins. Rival won away from victory, but Energy wasn't going down without a fight and won the next 2 games, taking the match into Game 5. Sadly, not being able to keep up with the Energy, Team Rival took Game 5 and made their way to the finals. It was a valiant effort for returning champions and an amazing match to watch, especially as it was the only match to go to the final game this entire championship. That's pretty crazy. The second semifinal was less of a battle and more of a slaughter as United took out Obey Alliance in 3 straight matches and made their way to face against Team Rival in day 4.
Now, the finals started off strong with E United taking Game 1, Team Rival firing back to take Game 2. E United thinking Rival had enough taste of victory, then proceeded to take Game 3 and 4, making E United the HRX 2018 Smite World Champions.
Boom.
Huge congratulations to the boys over at E United on this victory.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Now, that's not all HRX had to offer for Smite, as the Console World Championships were also taking place. However, smaller than its Pro League counterpart, Myth Gaming, Strictly Business, Obey Alliance, and Astro Authority took to the stage. In the semifinals, Myth Gaming went against Strictly Business, and Strictly Business was sent home packing, losing the best of 3, 1-2.
Got a pack.
Yeah, got a pack. Astro Authority took on Obey Alliance, and Obey Alliance was eliminated 2-0, leaving the finals to Myth Gaming and Astral Authority. Myth Gaming laid it on strong, though, in this best of 5, winning 3 matches straight and going home as the Smite Console World Championships for 2018.
I was going to say, no one's going to say anything about that win.
No.
3-0 on a best of 5.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and it's a hell of a way to start the first year, the new year.
I think that.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the lunar year?
Yes, whoa. That's true.
Year of the dog, guys.
You can catch the replay of any of these matches and HRX as a whole on mixer.com/SmiteGame.
I just keep messing up this hair.
You
I
love
guess
it.
it's supposed to be messy, though, right?
We got some Smite trivia coming in hot. Yeah,
Oh, coming in hot.
I think messy is trendy. What do
Right?
you think, chat? Messy
Yeah.
hair?
Please tell me how to do it. Okay. Oh, now are we supposed to?
No, don't vote. That's not fair. That's not fair. I know you want
Because we read it and
yeah, we know.
we
know the
live
answer.
it.
We're not going to win. We'll be at the staff will be at the top of the leaderboards. Lennox,
Stop
if you answer this
playing,
question,
Lennox.
That is not the point of this. I see him in there.
There it is.
8 seconds left to get your votes in, guys. We do have a leaderboard we're going to show off at the end of the show, so
Yeah.
be ready. And Lennox, get off that leaderboard.
We can't do it either.
Ooh, time is up. The correct answer was
Ooh.
C. So 33% of you got it
Guys.
right.
My
66.66 repeating got it wrong.
That's fast math there, Ethan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. What do we have time
I
for?
actually took my earpiece out, so I'm not sure what he's saying.
Oh, who knows? I tune him out anyway. I don't.
Why do we even have it? No, let's not do that because
No, let's not
actually we
have
need
this
things. Sorry, Scott. Lennox.
we love you.
Let's
We
talk
love you
about
so
what we're
much.
talking about next here. Okay, we've got Gfinity Elite Series, Tennessee, League of Legends, which everybody seems to want.
No.
Although nobody seems to want. I take it back.
Don't
They were
say that.
talking in chat. Chat, you were talking about League of Legends moments ago. Where the French toast are your votes?
Yeah, come on, man. What are you,
Oh,
millennials?
What are you? The
Because
mob?
millennials don't vote. You get it?
Oh, I get
Yeah,
it. That's
Boom.
It's a thinker. Speaking of, CS:GO is
no
not
more.
something I'm not going to say yet because
Oh, it won. Don't even worry.
Okay, Gfinity
Handily.
Elite Series. Gfinity Elite Series. Can I
Okay,
will jump in
please,
again.
please,
Here
by
we
all
go.
means,
Let's
yeah.
put foot in mouth. This is how it works. Okay, Gfinity Elite Series. CS:GO is no mo. At least in the newly revamped Gfinity Elite Series, set to launch their new format for Season 3 next month. Now, 2 more team slots have been added to the Elite Series as well, making a grand total of 10 teams competing head-to-head, mano-a-mano,
Boom.
at least when you're Street Fighter V, and Rocket League, but this season, CS:GO is no mo. Replacing it will be none other than competitive FIFA, one of the largest gaming player bases across the globe.
That's pretty wild.
People are big into FIFs.
Yeah.
Beautiful game. I just spit all over his part.
I don't
of
know
the
anyone in the
desk.
world that has ever shorthanded FIFA to Fiefs except for you.
I did it just now with gusto.
Nice.
Now, would you like to continue?
Sure.
Delightful.
Starting on March 9th, FIFA 18 Global Series kicks off Season 3 of the Gfinity Elite Series. Each Friday will focus solely on Fiefs, while each Saturday will start off with Rocket League and finish the day with Street Fighter V. This season, the 10 teams will be split into 2 groups of 5. Gfinity believes keeping things in a smaller group format will keep the games a bit more competitive, and each win and loss will matter more to their overall standings than at the end of the league play.
Quality over quantity, folks.
Quality over quantity.
Read about it.
Learn it. At the end of the league play, the top team will receive a bye through the semifinals, and the second place Group A winner will face the third place Group B winner, and vice versa in the quarterfinals. Boom. The winners of both quarterfinals will then face off against both first place teams, and the winners of that will make their way into the finals. Holy crap, is anyone still with me?
Boy, I wish we had a whiteboard. So
Seriously.
far, or maybe one of those speaking of ESPN, maybe one of those like, this is where the play went wrong.
Yeah, oh, I love that. Yeah.
So far, the 10 teams have been chosen, with only 4 returning teams this season. Excel, Method, NBS, and Epsilon. Now prepare for an unpredictable season. I almost said unprecedented, and then I pulled it out, and then I told you all what I did. As over half the teams competing are brand spanking new to the Elite Series.
Gfinity encourages those that wish to be part of the Elite Series to enter the Challenger Series. There they can compete online, and if they do well enough, they too have the possibility to be drafted into a pro team to compete in the Elite Series. So why the hell not?
Why the hell not?
Hail.
I'm from Dallas.
Now, however, you're
Dallas.
just ripping on my Texas background.
You know,
It's killing me.
I'm
It's
you know,
fine.
from Seattle, and apparently that makes me that way.
That's
anyway,
fine.
talk about more of this.
It's okay. However, for those who just enjoy watching, you can catch the first game of the season with FIFA 18 on March 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on mixer.com/GFinityTV. We need to get people in that chat to start calling it Fiefs. We need to make that a thing.
Somebody who was Diabetic Gamer. Who is that? Is that
Fiefs? You know Diabetic. You would if you saw him in person. You know him.
Okay.
We got
Is that
trivia coming
Ricari?
on. It's not. Ricari's Rukizzle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I think we're anyway. But Fiefs.
I do.
Trending.
I do. Let's see. Let's get it happening, guys. I think we have some.
Ethan wants to
trivia
claim
coming
every
up?
state.
I do. I moved a lot
Thanks,
as a
Malik.
kid. I moved a lot.
Well, see, there you go, and I get it.
Oh. All right. Let's see, guys. Which game is the newest added in season 3? I think
Of
you guys know
Gfinity
this.
series, you just heard about this. I believe in you.
All right. I don't know who wrote these trivia questions, but I didn't realize the show was for babies.
I don't know though, Ethan, because right now there's
Oh my
quite
God,
a few
you guys.
people.
You guys.
Oh, guys,
Come
we
on.
just. Oh man, I don't know.
Come on.
Snake06, I vehemently disagree. JK, heart, Ethan, real hard.
Nice.
There you go. Well, guys, for those of you who chose A,
You're correct.
an A to you.
Boom. A for effort.
Speaking of which,
Ooh, we have a bunch of upcoming tournaments, and by that I mean we have a handful.
we have a
What were you gonna say?
nobody.
Okay. Halo 343 Industries is having their first Halo World Championship 2018 event this weekend in Orlando, Florida, to kick off the global tour. This will be the first event of several, and you can watch the tournament right here on mixer.com/Halo, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. That's tomorrow, Friday, February 16th. Tune in all weekend long and keep it locked on halo.gg for more information.
Truth,
Boom.
all of them. Now let's talk about another live event coming up. IEM Katowice 2018 is right around the corner. That's February 24th through the 25th. This is for PUBG and Dota fans. First Dota major in Poland.
Really?
Big
Boom.
deal. Katowice is, of course, a big esports town.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
why. Then on February 26th through March 4th, StarCraft 2 and Counter-Strike. That would be for, so those, let's see, how many did we say? PUBG, CSGO,
Dota 2.
Dota 2, StarCraft 2.
Yep.
Boy, there's just a lot, and things are going to heat up. Those are 4 different genres for you to tune into. Be sure to check it out. Head over to intelextrememasters.com for more information and that full schedule of the IEM Masters Katowice.
I like that one. A little bit for everybody.
I'm almost certain that my lady crush, Sue, a.k.a. Smixy, is going to be going
Very
to
nice.
that.
Jealous. That'd be
You know,
beautiful.
she is the real deal, folks.
Gosh,
the
I look for an excuse
real
to go.
doll.
All right, moving on. We have Paladins. This is the Mixer exclusive Paladins console series. They've returned, and their broadcasts are every Saturday and Sunday on mixer.com/PaladinsGame, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. And bonus, anyone on the Xbox or PS4 can play in the Open Tournament Series. Anybody.
Gotta love opens. I'm telling you right now.
It's the best. There's a lot
Take
of...
that, traditional esports.
Boom.
I mean, regular sports.
regular
whatever.
sports. Well,
you
there's
know.
walk-ons, but yeah, it's not the same. There's so much hidden talent. And to give them an opportunity to shine is always awesome.
Truth.
So if you're interested in that, head on over to the channel and keep it locked to this show for weekly updates on the series.
This show.
Boom. That was
It's
great.
true. Wow.
Lot.
358.
Stacked episode. We came in just under. I thought we were gonna.
Man alive.
Ooh, we're gonna take a look at the leaderboard though.
We are gonna take a look at the leaderboard. Who is number 1? Oh, Snickerdoodle.
Okay. Ow! God. All right.
Sorry,
Okay.
not sorry.
Wait. He is.
Okay.
Oh, Lennox is at the
he
top.
Is not, he is
Lennox,
literally the top.
What? You
Come
can't.
on.
You can't. Lennox is helps write this show. That's not fair. I would say
true.
Smurf is in the lead.
Smurf
too.
is in the lead. Smurf.
That's our most
Our
loyal
most
viewer.
loyal viewer,
Smurf, I love you.
Say what's. Oh, you're not second, Smurf. We're calling it right now. You're first. Lennox, give him first.
We have 2 of the 5 on here are staff. What are you doing?
Well, in fairness, why am I not on here?
Were you voting every time? Uh-oh.
Oh,
boy.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Yeah.
Something to remember will be right here, getting it wrong or right, depending on who you talk to, each and every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific. That's 6 p.m. Eastern on this channel, mixer.com/This Week in Esports, no spaces. Be sure to watch our past episodes right below on our channel page and follow us on the Twitters at Watch Mixer for updates on the show. And to know what's happening in the wide world of esports.
Also, tune into Esports Weekly starting at 8 a.m. Pacific time this Saturday.
It's Esports Weekend.
Weekend. Did I say weekly?
Well, in fairness, I would like to end Esports Weekly,
That would be
which we
dope.
kind of are, but
Kinda.
not really.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know.
Sorry, excuse me. Esports Weekend starting at 8 a.m. Pacific this Saturday. We only show esports content on mixer.com/channel1 during the weekend, so tune in.
It's true. It's true. Now, this Saturday, we'll be showing off the Paladins Console Series, Halo World Championship, that's from Orlando, the Global Open, and more, while on Sunday, we'll be showing in action from Paladins alongside more Halo and the Rainbow Six Invitational. There's basically enough esports for you to not leave your house.
Yeah.
All weekend long.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
Sorry, not sorry.
You're welcome.
It's February everywhere, so...
It is. So now you have an excuse to flake on your friends like we all want to do anyway. Finally, don't forget to watch our sister show, Tips and Tricks, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on mixer.com/tips and tricks. It's basically this show, but more off the rails.
It's true. It's our sister show by two of our Mixer Misters.
Yeah. Aw. That was nice.
Guys, I'm nothing if not alliterative.
Yeah, that was very good. That was
Thank
very
you.
good.
Now, it says we're hosting XXX.
If you look behind you, you can see we're gonna be dumping the party in here to Mixtifer's co-stream. He's playing a little bit of Monster Hunter World.
Great name.
I know. Okay.
Solid name.
Full disclosure, he had that name before we were Mixer, so when we were still Beam, and I got to break it to him and be like, "So you hit the jackpot,
Guess
dude."
what, bro?
In any case.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, it was great.
And
Hey,
thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, wait, that was weird.
terrible. Let's try one more time. Always great to co-host with you.
Aw,
Thank you guys.
thanks. Ditto. You guys, enjoy your Thursday, wherever you are.